course registration, they don't register for the wrong course because freshers in UI they don't offer the same courses. Then the fresher to leader mentorship group, how many students are you working at? Like how many students do you want to participate in the group? Mr. Adeboye.
Okay, before they answer the question, CJ, please let's note that there's a part of our score sheet that says knowledge. So it's for general knowledge. So let's not fill it until when we've asked them the questions for general knowledge. So you can continue.
Thank you very much for that question. So I believe that there is always room for improvement, and this freshers handbook that I am creating as the AGS is a more extensive guide. Now, it's going to include the departmental organograms of outlining the administrative and academic structure of each department. And it's going to have an overview of major clubs and organizations, including the Sigma Club, JCI, ISEC, Manobo, and other student bodies. It's going to contain the University of Ibadan, student anthem, and current campus affairs. It's going to also contain a detailed overview of halls of residence and all of that. Thank you very much.
Okay, as a follow-up to that, the student handbook, the digital copy that was released at the beginning of this session is more than 300 pages. And you said now that your handbook will be more extensive. So how many pages will we be expecting?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Currently, I am still in the phase of organizing the handbook, so I can't say how many pages it will have for now.
Okay, is there anything in the current student handbook that you'll be taking out from, that will not be included in your freshers handbook? Is there anything in the student handbook that you will not include in the freshers handbook?
Well, like I said, it's a more extensive guide, so definitely some things may be included.
Thank you very much. So on that, I'd want to know what's the justification for you bringing up a separate handbook for freshers? Rather, why do you not prioritize like distributing the student handbook, which is very important for like each student coming into the University of Ibadan to actually be familiar with the handbook? Why are you not prioritizing like a way to make sure that all freshers coming in actually have access to that handbook rather than going about saying that you want to do like a freshers handbook? I don't know.
Thank you very much for that question. So, like I said, it's more of an extensive guide. I am building on the current handbook, and it's going to It's going to be in a digital format, and it's going to be made available to freshers before resumption so that they can be equipped with the knowledge that is needed.
So you do know that the student handbook is in a digital format too? You know, like you can get to download the student handbook from the UI website for in a digital format, right?
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, you are aware of that. So I'm informing you now that indeed the student handbook is available in a digital format. And when you say you want to make it more extensive, I do not see one more extensive information that you want to put in a fresher's handbook that was not already there and very relevant to the students within the current student handbook. So I believe that rather than what you currently have looking to do in your manifesto, if you take it from me, I believe if you get elected, you should prioritize rather trying to make sure that freshers get access to the student handbook, because that works better for everyone.
Thank you very much.
All right, my question will be going to
both of you. What is your understanding of a union? What do you understand by a student union? Please go ahead and answer. What is your understanding of a student union?
Someone he said that he was asked a question that he's not answered.
Thank you. As regard the freshers registration I know that it can actually be overwhelming for too many courses because there are actually a lot of departments in this university, and there are a lot of courses, different combination of courses being taken by different students. Actually, there are a lot of each department will release course list for each of the students, and we can actually analyze that resource, that document, to also guide freshers and help them in the registration process. And that is how I intend to actually go by that. And also, my understanding of the union, I believe the student union in particular, the University of Ibadan Student Union, is an organ, or let me say an extension of the student populace itself. The union is responsible for representing the interests of students, the generality of students in the University of Ibadan, and in such a way also extend our plight, our issues, our thoughts, and present them appropriately to the management.
Thank you very much for that question. The Students' Union is a body of all students, and it consists of ordinary members, executive members, legislative members as well. And this is a union that advocates for students' welfare and quality education, and generally the interests of the students. Thank you very much.
All right. Why your understanding of the student union is not really sufficient, but at least you are still towing the line. So if you have this kind of understanding about unionism, why is your manifesto so devoid of anything unionism? Being the AGS of the UISU, you are in charge of welcoming the freshers into the university environment, and there is nothing to welcome them into unionism. Everything there is parties, and other irrelevant stuff. So what exactly is your plan to welcome the fresher into unionism actually? Because unionism is slowly dying on campus, and there is a calculated attempt by powers that be to ensure its death. So if you are going to be student union executive, what do you intend to do to revive student unionism, especially through the freshmen?
Thank you very much for that question. So, part of the activities lined up for the Freshers Week is going to be a week-long activities that welcome freshers into our student community. Now, one of the activities I'm going to be having is the freshers orientation. Now, during this freshers orientation, they are going to be instilled with the spirit of unionism. And there's also going to be a personality lecture as well. And this is going to cover what unionism means. Thank you so much.
All right. As regard welcoming freshers into the spirit of unionism, in the part A of my pillar 2, which is the chapter 3, the expanded freshers method, the third item said freshers turn of rhythm. I intend to organize a particular program in which freshers are oriented on what it means to be a student of University of Ibadan, the union and what it means in particular, and also the sixth element on the pillar 2 also seek to expand that beyond the freshers week. Actually, it's also seek to make sure every fresher is actually properly oriented and also know very well what their rights, their responsibility, and what they know, what they are expected of as students of the University of Ibadan and being an extended part of the union.
Okay, you yourself to the activities of the current student union, I mean the leadership of the union, because even though they have not done much of unionism, but for instance, the Bosch Congress, what was your role in it?
I, in particular, I attended last Congress and I was a vocal voice in mobilizing. I helped my hall in mobilizing some people, some fellow member of my hall of residents in getting to the Congress, and I also.
So the last Congress that was held, I wasn't able to attend due to unavoidable reasons, but I also ensured that people in my hall.
Starting from you, how many quorum do you need to get a Congress started in the University of Ibadan? What is the number of quorum needed?
2/3. Sorry, what do you? Can you come again?
What number is the quorum needed to get a Congress started in UISU?
1/3. 1/3.
Sorry, you don't know it. Pass the mic.
250.
All right, both of you have no idea. Do we still have any questions?
So good afternoon to the two of you. So going through your manifesto, I can see that there is barely anything related to the office of Assistant General Secretary. If the position you were running for was for social director, it will have been more fitting. So my question basically is about resources. So for you, Mr. Abibullah, you said that you intend to organize digital smart book, distinction drive, fresher leader mentorship loop, registration rapid response team, exam mode orientation, digital resource hub, tech and finance boot camps, textbook exchange. And for you, Miss Fidelia, you said something about fresher help desk and handbook, fresher store, creative package, welfare package, and several others. So my question is about resources, like I said earlier. Where do you intend to get the manpower, the money, and the time needed to execute these plans?
Thank you so much for. Okay. Thank you so much for highlighting all these my plans. I believe my plans are actually cost effective, and for the first part, which is actually the digitalization of the union, it's using the current open source resources available to us. That is actually nearly free. And as regards the other programs like tech and finance, we have a lot of volunteering organizations, non-governmental organizations that are ready to like sponsor us. For example,